Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I just wanted to do a really quick garden update and let you know that it's quite a sodden mess out here. The weeds are growing faster than we can get out here, and the plants are just lots of fungus on them. There's so much moisture. There's rain every day. We've had rain for about 5 straight days, lots of thunderstorms, lots of moisture, high humidity. So the garden is definitely showing that it doesn't like this much water. Luckily, we're still able to harvest a few things, but not as many as we like. And I found quite the surprise in our garden this year. So this section here to the front right of our garden was going to be my pumpkin patch. I left all of this vacant so it could just grow and the vines could grow, and we planted what I thought were some carving pumpkins. But what started to grow are melons. So these look to be maybe cantaloupe, even though the package said they were big orange carving pumpkins. This is definitely a melon. So I think it's a cantaloupe. It's quite big. We've had a lot of rain, so I don't know if it's going to make it all the way to harvest before splitting, but it is definitely not a pumpkin. However, we do have some little baby boo pumpkins that have grown. These are the little white ones. They stay kind of small, and we did have a couple of those in here as well. So I thought I'd just show you guys this quick update of not any pumpkins that we can carve, but we do have some melons, and here is another melon that's clearly not a pumpkin as well. On our vine here, these are cucumber vines. We have not had many cucumbers, and you can see from all of these bite marks here that the deer have definitely enjoyed a lot of the cucumbers this year, so I have not been able to harvest them. But we do have a brand new squash. This is a cushaw squash, and it is finally growing. We had a couple on the vine that withered away, but this one has hung on and is getting bigger, and I'm excited. This is supposed to be a really neat looking squash, a kind of a gourd squash that you can cook with, much like pumpkin, and it's growing. It's already about half the size of my hand, so I look forward to seeing if that one can make it as well. And on this side of the trellis, we have our baby watermelons. These have, as you can see from all the spots, all the plants don't like this much moisture. But this little watermelon back here is almost ready to harvest. So I'm waiting on this little tendril right here to turn a little more brown, and then we'll harvest that one. We've got another one here and another one here. And the cucumbers, like I said, they're not doing too well with all the rain. In fact, it's just started raining again. And our tomatoes, I've been trying to keep all the fungus out of them. I've been trimming these every night, but every morning, as you can see, there's more and more leaves to where I almost don't have any leaves left for the tomatoes. So hopefully they will continue to produce okay, even though there's not many on there. And our eggplants, they're actually thriving. We're trying to keep these little bugs away. We have some interesting little beetles that are here. I'll show you a picture of those now. And they are wreaking a little bit of havoc on our leaves, where they like to eat the leaves here. They also like to eat tomatoes. But we do have some eggplants. I've already made eggplant or aubergine. I've made eggplant parmesan twice in the last couple of weeks, so hopefully this will produce a few more flowers. It had some flowers on it, but I think some of the bugs ate them, so hopefully we'll get some more eggplants on this plant as well. The corn has not liked all the moisture. The ears look like they're just about finished, as you can see, and I have gone ahead and harvested a couple of them, but they're just really small and really damp, and they just didn't really get a good nice summer sunshine here. I think I planted them too early. Alright, so I'm very disappointed with our corn harvest. A lot went wrong this season, mostly the weather. We've also had some bugs. So as you can see from this one here, a lot of the moisture here, it didn't even let the corn really grow and fill in. You can see it tried to get some kernels at the bottom here, but it was a failure. This one's the same way. It never really took off and grew, just some little pieces of corn there. This was our best piece. We had one corn. It still didn't quite form on the end, but this was the best one we had. And this is a white and golden corn mix. This one you can see from the rain, they just didn't get the filled in parts here or here. All of them are kind of missing some sections. And this one had a whole end of it that was bad as well. So I'm going to replant some corn, and hopefully we'll get a much better harvest here for the fall. So I'm going to plant one more crop of corn to harvest in the fall. I've replanted all of my squash that the squash bugs ate, and hopefully we'll get some more squash coming up soon. It looks like some of the bugs have feasted on this, and I just sprayed everything last night with some BT spray. But we're getting a few squash. There is, looks like a butternut squash right there. Yeah, so we'll continue to get a few squash back here in this back part of the garden. Right. The peppers have absolutely loved the heat and the rain. They have peppers everywhere. I've just harvested 30 of them the day before yesterday. There's a lot more, so I'm going to be looking at doing some recipes with some peppers. These are the serrano. They're kind of like a jalapeno type pepper. And these are the very mild melrose peppers, a very light green pepper flavor, very mild. And we have a new pepper that has arrived on the branch. That's the poblano pepper. So I'm excited to see how these grow and if they sprout, and get any more on there. I see some flowers here, so maybe we'll see a few more poblano peppers. And I did replant the beets a few weeks ago. They haven't really enjoyed this much rain, and I put one of our, I think they call this a cloche cage on it, and I have another cage I can put out here for a few other plants to keep some of the bigger deer and other animals away from them. But right now we're just really battling the weather. And our fig tree, it has also been battling some of the fungus. I did have to spray it as well. You can kind of see from the little bit of brown spots here. And we've also harvested some of our first figs. So the rain has caused them to just swell up and get big and plump. So we harvested a couple, and I'll show you the recipe that I made with those. Right, I made some jam or jelly from our figs. I had 5 figs ready and about 8 of our melrose peppers that are deseeded, and I put them in the blender along with some lemon juice and an orange. So this made fig, lemon, orange, and pepper jelly, or in other words, F.L.O.P. So I called it Jelly F.L.O.P. I just made that name up, and it looks pretty good. It smells very strongly of pepper, so like a pepper jelly, but it was a good use of the figs, and I can't wait to give it a try. And I will post the recipe down below in the description. So that's our video and our update for our garden. We really hope the rain goes away. We hope that you make a pepper jelly or a type of jelly that you like with whatever you have on hand. We had quite a few peppers and just a few figs, so we just worked with what our garden produced at this time. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you'd like to see us do next time. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.